What is going on, guys? Good evening. It's your favorite mortgage lender, Del Kwame, Got Mortgages. Man, I can't believe it is the final market update for the year, which is crazy. 2024 is all wrapped up. We have got a lot to talk about. We're going to go over what happened last week. What is going to be 2025? We're already there. What is going to be a lot of the different market insights that we saw? If you checked out some of our past market updates, we went over about 2 weeks ago. Federal Reserve's stance, they changed their position. They have now gone ahead, and we all know, cut their federal funds rate. What does that basically mean in a fancy term? We shot a video not that long ago, and we explained the difference between what the federal funds rate was, how it necessarily transitioned, and showed that long-term interest rates have obviously over the last course of 2-3 weeks gone up. Today was a very, very good day. We will dive into that. Before we take a look at that, we are going to cover what were some of the data. We didn't get a lot. Obviously, it was Christmas, so we know that there's not much that happens during that time, but we did get both new home sales. We got updates on Case-Shiller and the FHFA. Those are essentially monitoring the appreciation levels of homes and how they're skyrocketing. And then I'm going to show you also pending home sales and how it has jumped up 7% year over year. Okay. So starting off first with new home sales, once again, in new contracts, we have gained 664,000 brand new contracts. That is an increase of 8% year over year, which is awesome. We know that builder confidence is starting to change. We know that the confidence of obviously new construction on permits was up and completions was up. The main thing that we always have been having issues with is just obviously supply and demand. So with new home sales being right now at 8.9%, and it's really not 8.9 months. The reality of it truly is that it's really closer to 2.8, I believe it's in months of supply, because if we take away homes that are just not move-in ready and the homes that are already under contract, it brings us down to that 3-month supply, which is obviously very, very low comparative to what we're normally needing when we talk about a balanced market. So we're still definitely in that seller's market. We've seen, again, 120,000 completed homes in terms of stages of completion, which is great. Now, a big part that we did see was on the employment market. Remember, we know the Fed has that dual mandate of employment, and they have that mandate on inflation. We know inflation is slowing down. Now, on the employment level, what we're starting to see is, again, low levels of initial jobless claims, okay, but that continuing jobless claims is the main part. We have seen almost 1.9, just past 1.9 million people who are continuing to apply for unemployment, showing that reaching the highest limit in over 3 years. Okay. Now, one thing I also wanted to discuss with us as we take a look at how did the market transition today. If we take a look at the market, we are finally seeing a little bit of green. And when we talk about this, we talk about the 10-year treasury and the mortgage bond market, and you can kind of see a little bit of a rebound, because let me tell you, the first 2-3 weeks actually was a huge dip. We locked a few clients, luckily, as it transitioned up. Right now, we're kind of on a little bit of an upward trend. We're trying to hopefully break this ceiling on the interest rate, which should allow us the ability to obviously get improved market insights and numbers. How does this translate in regards to rates? Take a look at this. Really kind of showing that interest rates have kind of gotten back to where we were at the start of the year, going up and going down. The main focal point I want us to take a look at is how did we start off the prior year? If you can look at 10-1, if you guys remember, a lot higher, right? So that's something that's important for us to see as we start seeing that downward trend on the obviously reduction of rates. And then the last thing I want to talk about is pending home sales. So we know pending home sales up 7%. This is good to see, right? Because we know that it's beaten 2023 averages, just shy of obviously 2022 averages, but up almost 7% year over year, which is great, up just over 2% month over month. Now, again, the index of what we want to take a look at, if we look at it from 2001, monthly home sales are usually between 5 to 5.5 million sales. Like I had shared with us, that's up almost 7% year over year. So again, a lot of positive data that we'll see. We know that the Federal Reserve, once again, will be meeting towards the end of the next month. So that's going to be really key, because we're going to get a lot of updates. We're going to get new employment data by then. We're going to get new producer price index by then, CPI reports on the consumer price, on the wholesale price. We'll get the PCE report, personal consumption expenditure report. And then the big one is going to be employment data. We know that if the employment data tends to obviously diminish, that's going to be something that the Fed will obviously closely monitor and ensure that they're doing a great job of keeping that well maintained. Okay. Not much to talk about. Again, guys, we're going to see truly what is going to be a lot of the different changes that we're going to see next year. I do predict interest rates to drop. It's not a matter of if they're going to drop, it's truly a matter of when. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I will catch you guys next time. Make sure you guys check out our website, gotmortgages.com. We've added a lot of cool tools and gadgets and things like that I think most of us will take advantage of. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time.